Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tanya with yanxa.creations. If you're new, thanks for stopping by and I hope you will enjoy today's video. So what am I doing today? Today I'm doing an update on my sublimation with DTF powder. So in my previous video, I created this really nice bag and I used sublimation ink, DTF powder, and I used inkjet water slides as my transfer medium. I had tried several different transfers because I did not have DTF film, and I found that the water slide papers work the best. But since then I had actually purchased some DTF film and it is here. Okay, the film is here. This is from a brand that is called Yanxa. I got it on Amazon. I paid around $13.50. I believe it has 15 sheets in it. So this particular film, it says that it had a matte surface on both sides. So one side is a little more matte than the other, and that's the side that you would not print on. But in my previous video, one of the things that I talked about was not having a surface that is too shiny, because the sublimation ink will come out in droplets and then you won't have a very nice clean image to transfer. So I picked this because both sides have some type of matte finish. So the nice thing about this one, it actually tells you the print side. So you won't make a mistake and print on the other side. So it says suitable for all DTF printers, high color transfer rate, washable and easy to use. So we're going to test to see if it's easy to use. So in today's video, I'm going to use the same image with the Jamaica eye and my favorite statement, do your thing. So we're going to do this bag again. We're going to do it on the other side and we're going to see if we can get a much higher quality transfer by using the DTF film. I know in some other videos they've used the transparencies and were successful with it. My transparency just would not go through the printer, so I went ahead and got the DTF film. So we're going to use the same image. So in addition to doing that, I'm going to be doing a wash test to let you know how this turns out. Right? Okay, so on the outside of the package, this is what it looks like. When you flip it around, you actually have a set of instructions, a nice colored set of instructions. And so, okay, place the garment on the press. Place the transfer film on the t-shirt, print side down, image facing up. And it's recommending 325 Fahrenheit for 10 seconds. And very firm pressure. So I think that was the issue that I had with this. Originally, I didn't have firm pressure in this region. So it says very firm pressure, 325 Fahrenheit for 10 seconds, and then peel the transfer film after 10 seconds. So that's what we're gonna do. Peel the transfer after 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, and then for our film, they've also given us some care instructions. So it says, do not allow the printing film to have creases and dents, which will affect the pattern. No water on the film, which will affect the pattern. The film is best kept in a closed bag. Water molecules in the air can affect the printing pattern. So once we take out our film, we need to put the rest of it back into the bag and keep it in the bag. And it would be good to do that as well. Because as I said earlier, it actually does say on the package, focus that, on the package, print side. Okay, so we want to put it right back in the package the way we got it, so that we'll always know exactly what is the print side. So our print is almost ready, but just as a reminder, we are using the Goodies DTF transfer adhesive. So I got this on Amazon. It's a 1 pound bag. All right, so this is what we're going to be using, and I had transferred it into an airtight container, and so as soon as our print comes out, we're going to go ahead and transfer. So my press is heating up, and so as soon as we get our print, we're going to add our DTF powder, and then we're going to put it under the press to cure. So I've made a bit of a change. I did say I was going to use the bag, but I decided to use a cotton towel, instead, and let's see how that surface works. And then I am going to throw, if all goes well, I'm going to throw the bag and the cotton towel in the wash, and then I'll let you know how that goes. All right. Okay, here we are with the print. It's quite wet. So let's get our powder on top of it. Oh, this looks good. And the powder actually does fall away from the paper a lot better, from this film a lot better than it did on the water slide. So I'm not seeing where I really do need to be brushing away the powder. It's coming off a lot easier. So let's put that under the press to cure. So we're doing heavy pressure 325 for 10 seconds. So let's bring you down for the moment of truth. Okay. Okay, here we are. It's a lot brighter than when I did the first one, but I'm still trying to figure out if this is going to be a cold peel or a hot peel or a warm peel, because it did pull up some right here, and I did have some pulling up right here, and as you can see, I have some damage right here. So I'm still trying to figure out, I'll do some more and let you know if it is a cold peel or a hot peel. As far as texture goes, I feel like the texture on this was a lot better. So I don't know if it's the towel or this, but the texture was a lot better. So we're gonna do it again and see if we can fix it. So if we flip up our towels, then we see that we have these seams right here. So right along where we have the seams, we have some damage. So we need to have a flat surface and give it even pressure to prevent this. So we're gonna repeat this we're gonna repeat it on another bag, and that surface should be completely flat, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so there we have it. So we definitely have to wait a little bit. That 10 seconds was not long enough. I think maybe after 20. After 20 seconds, it just peeled off completely. When I tried to peel after 10 seconds, it wanted to pull up the image. So I pressed it back down and waited 20 seconds and it came out perfectly. So again, we do have a little bit of something right here. So this is when I tried to peel up after the first 10 seconds. So I tried to peel up from this area after the first 10 seconds. So I put it down and waited for 20 and it peeled perfectly. So again, it's just trying out, okay, what is actually going to peel, what is your peel time and so on. But take a look at that. I was so amazed the first time, but look how bright it is. Yeah, apart from where I tried to peel after 10 seconds. Look at this, look at that, look at that. All right, so the texture of this is definitely different from the texture here. So this image is definitely a lot sharper. So if we take a look in the eye, it's definitely a lot sharper. It's funny though, this yellow is actually brighter than this one. But this one still looks really great. Everything looks a lot sharper, but the texture is different. So this one feels like it's into the fabric, a really nice screen print. This one feels like it's sitting more on the surface. The one we just did, sitting more on the surface. I mean, we have a much brighter transfer, a much cleaner looking image. So that looks great. So I'm gonna put all three of these into the wash, and I'll come back after the first wash test and let you know what it's like. Everybody, we're back. This is 12 hours later and we're gonna wrap this up with the wash test. So you saw the different bags that I made. Actually, off camera, I wanted to, so remember as we were making these bags, we used the settings that came with the DTF film. But I wanted to try to see what would happen if I actually used a regular sublimation setting for the heat press. So I had set the heat press to 380 for 40 seconds, and I got this really nice design from Design Bundles. Let's have a look. And I did the exact same process, but the press time was at 380 for 40 seconds. When I had done this particular setting using the water slides, it was for sure a hot peel. With the DTF film, it was a cool peel. So you have to experiment with it, but it actually does work. So I got this really, really nice image on this tote bag and this pull string bag. And the texture of this, when I pressed at the higher temperature and for a longer time, I got the same type of texture that I got the first time with the water slide paper, where it's actually like a screen print. It's definitely into the fabric, definitely into the fabric. When I used the DTF along, so remember I used the DTF film, so it was very much like the water slide. When I used the DTF and I used the settings for the DTF, it was more of a, it felt more like a traditional DTF transfer. It felt a little bit like, it feels a little bit like the DTV. It feels more plasticky and sitting on the surface than when I did it at the higher temperature. So the settings that you pick will depend on what you're going for. And I really like this vintage look and this feel where it's actually into the fabric. I really like that. So depending on what I'm going for, I would choose my settings based on that. Okay, so all these that I'm showing you, we have gone through one wash. We've gone through one wash cycle, and I am happy to say none of these look any different from when we started. They look exactly the same, no change. So this is the dish towel, absolutely no change. All right. So I think it's safe to say that this method actually does work, and the settings that you're going to use, whether you're going to use higher temperatures for a longer period of time, all depends on the look that you're going for. After the first wash, everything looks great. And so I think this method is actually a serious win. So I hope this was useful for you. And if you're here now at the end of the video, please give this a like. And if you want to see more videos, more tests, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can see again when I upload. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you for spending some time with me. Bye. See you in the next one.